Hi guys, this is a quick review of the trades I have on my watch list and the 500 to 5,000 challenge we're doing on the Telegram account. I'll just a fast review on how it's going so far. So on Monday, the we had a trade. The account was around 1,200. We so far we're up until 1,397, almost 1,400 on the trading 500 to 5,000 challenge. We've had so far 18 wins and one break even and one stop loss. The stop loss was on OM. I mentioned that in the first video I made on the watch list, the trades on my watch list for the week. Let's start with Graphian. Well, so far Graphian is going in the way we talked about it according to the plan, where I said in the first video that I expect price to try to come back to this level, a breakout to this level hopefully, and then retest and then continuation. But if we don't get that, then price could it's already in motion already, and we could see like a hit in this zone, try to break it, reversal, and then try to go back for retest or something, then comes back down. Or this could also be another scenario, where we go it here, we go back for a retest, break above it, come back here for a retest as well, and then continuation. But so far it's going very well, just as I mentioned in the first video, where I expect price to continue the bullish pattern. Too bad I missed out on this trade. I was making the video for beginners trading, and I also had foot poisoning earlier today, so it's been a rough day for me. I wasn't able to take any trade today. That's really sad, but yeah, we still have a lot of time to continue the challenge and we'll find better trades, I hope so. And then on Mavia, I didn't mention Mavia the last time, but Mavia had a very great pump today. I was awake when it started, but I wasn't there mentally to take any trade. I think he had about a 40% pump today. This was also on my watch list for the week. Too bad I missed out on this as well. This could have been a very good setup. I had it on my watch list and I missed it out again. You see, it had almost a 45% pump in one day. This was a good Bitcoin is currently at its all-time high. What other trade do we have? Did we talk about? We talked about Popcats. Popcats is going very good according to plan. I said I'll get to this if you watch the first video, I mentioned when we get to this trade line, I expect two things out of this trade. It either comes down here, gets a retest, and then continue, gets to this zone as our first TP. So far it's going very well. Too bad I missed out on this as well. I think this almost a 10% pump already. It gets to this zone. This could have been our take profit. If that trend line didn't hold, we could have had a push downwards, but it's held according to the plan in the first trade, where I said price will come back to the trend line and then reclaim it and then continuation. And also on ZRO, price already got to the zone I talked about. I said if we could get back here and then see any form of rejection, we'll look for a short. Otherwise a reclaim into this level and hold, we could get price to continue pushing up. So far I think everything is going very well. I don't know, my laptop keep making this sound whenever I try to make a video. I don't know what's wrong with it. And then on OM as well, OM is going very well. The current support is holding up pretty good. You could see it's going just as we planned, where I said just get like a consolidation, push up, comes out for a retest, and then hopefully we'll break out this time. When we break out, I expect much from this coin. So this is what is going well. I had a trade on IDO last night. This was not last night, 2 nights ago. This was a very good setup. This was a really good setup. I think we had about 70 euros on that trade. I TP too early. I didn't wait for full TP. I'm just, I mentioned it before that I'm just into scalp trading in out. But if you decide to hold yours to full take profit, that's also okay, but that's just the way I trade. I'm just there to look for, to hold for a few minutes or hours and then I'm out. The reason why I took this trade was because, I this other block got here, saw like a rejection as well. Price tried to reclaim that level, the wick, the candlestick, and that's just the reason for the trade. It was a very quick scalp. I think this trade took us about 20 minutes to hit our first and second take profits in the group. And then on HU, let's check out HU. I talked about it last time in the first video that I was going to take a trade from there. So on HU, price is still, price is still dumping. Price couldn't hold the first entry I mentioned. I said if we could get a sweep of liquidity and bounce from there, then that would be a perfect entry, but price got there and then continued dumping, so there wasn't any trade on that because we didn't get what we were expecting, so I just let it. And then on the second entry, which was I marked this side as a key level as well to see if it would act as a support, but price broke that as well. And then to the third entry, which I mentioned, which was a fair value gap, price did bounce from there. That's a very good call. Price bounced from there, and then we got, I think, about a 10% pump from there. Yeah, getting a 10% pump in this market. Oh, up to 14% pump. Yeah, that's a very good call. A 14% pump, because I said this was going to be a scalp trading where we're just in few minutes and we're out. So that's a really good setup as well. If you were able to take that trade and Griffian and OM as well, cheers to you. That was a good call. But I'm still expecting a bit of a sell off as well on H. I'm thinking of taking an entry here. Yeah, I'm thinking of taking an entry here. Let's see. I think price already, I drew that before, so I think this is what we'll get, a push. Act to see if it's going up and then sweep liquidity down here and then back up here, and then trend changes, we get a change of character where we make an equal highs and then price continue. That's if we're getting an expansion. That's if we're getting a bullish if we're being bullish on this pair. That's what I expect market to do from here. It's already pushed up to come down here, see if we can get a tap into the zone or maybe a sweep of this liquidity. One of this is where I would like to enter again in this trade, so I'll be watching out for this one as well. So far it's going pretty well. The first bounce happened on the fair value gap. If we could get price do this and then come back up here, we'll see a change of character. That's a market structure shift, and then we'll wait for a break of structure, we'll wait for retest and other blocks to form somewhere around here. Hopefully we'll find another block somewhere around this zone when price sweeps liquidity first here, and then we could look for a long position here. We could look for, and we'll place our stop loss somewhere around there. So we'll place our take profit somewhere around here at 24%, and stop loss shouldn't be more than 9%, not up to 9%, but just something around that. Till then we'll see how the market, or place the stop loss around the liquidity sweep, the wick on the liquidity sweep. So something like this is what we expect from HUSDT in the coming days. Yeah, so far I'll be keeping an eye on this one. And then what else? Zeribro. Whoa. I missed out on this one. as well. It seems as if I missed out on all my setup this week. It had a 25% pump as well. Everything I though I mentioned them in the video. If you watch the video, you're supposed to take the trade yourself. It's had a 40% pump as well today. That's a pretty good call as well. Zeribro. And what else? ENA is going very good as well. I mentioned having this on your spot bag. It's a very good project. I mentioned having this on your spot bag, so hopefully if you're able to add this to your sports holdings, I think you're up to 13% already. So far, I think everything we had planned is going well. OM is going well. Zero, ZRO, HU, SDT, all of them went according to plan. And Zeribro, I mentioned if we get a break above this, resistance, we'll see a bullish expansion there. So this is exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened. This was a very good call. This was a really, really good call, man. Hopefully we could still find an entry. Hopefully we'll find an entry around here or around here. Just see how the market plays out. But I'll wait for an entry on this support. I'll wait for an entry there. So hopefully we see something like this play out, come down here and then continuation. But yeah, we had a good setup on this one. I said if it breaks above here, retest and then continuation. So this was a good trade as well. I think so far this is everything. To those of you that were able to take trades from the watch list I mentioned earlier, I'm so happy for you guys. Those are free money and everything. Make sure you manage your risks as well. Make sure you don't get into it just because you think it's gonna go this way. Make sure you have your own confidence that aligns with the setup and everything, and your psychology as well. Don't just I want to make money today. You're gonna lose money. Make sure your stop loss is in place, your entry, everything is accurate. But so far everything went as planned. And then on the 500 to 5,000 challenge, hopefully we get a trade from tomorrow. I'll be looking for cool off in some trades. Hopefully we could find cool off in some trade, or some trade that couldn't break out. We could see if we could find some long in the ones that hasn't broken out yet of their consolidation. We'll look for longs in them like OM. I still think OM we could find long in it from in coming days. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you also check out the video about the basics of trading, the basics of new traders, the things you need to know, the candlesticks, the strategy, the indicators, the apps and everything. It's on there. You should check it out as well. It's very important. Yeah, thank you guys for the support and everything, and make sure to like and share to your friend as well. It's all for free. Yeah, bye.